Oh boy, we got some good news for Beyond Meat investors. So Beyond Meat has just gone into an extended partnership with Pizza Hut through Yum Brands. Brilliant. So now the Beyond Meat are said to be making plant-based pepperoni for Pizza Hut. Very interesting. Now it's going to be on a trial basis in 70 Pizza Hut locations, including Albany, Columbus, Houston, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, and some more areas. And it says the pepperoni pizza is the first creation under a new global partnership signed by Yum Brands and Beyond Meat. Under the deal, the two companies plan to co-create plant-based food for the menus of Yum Brands. Now, guys, don't forget, this is big. Yum Brands also own KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, right? So if Beyond Meat can get this right, and they've been trialing a few pieces before this, then this is going to be a good sign. Now, like I said, this is not their first deal. In Jan 2020, Beyond Meat had a deal, if you remember, to do some plant-based fried chicken for KFC, and that was done for a limited time. In November 2020, they then agreed to do Beyond Pizza for a limited time in London, where again they were experimenting with plant-based in London. Now, clearly, if they're renewing this partnership now, it looks like those trials have gone well. We've got a comment here from Dariush Ajami, Beyond Meat's Chief Innovation Officer. He says, "We know there is a strong consumer demand for pepperoni, and we're thrilled to unveil a game-changing plant-based pepperoni topping as the next chapter in our innovation-focused partnership with Pizza Hut." It's making me hungry, guys, and all these images of pizzas on these websites. Now, this is important. We had the Beyond Meat earnings, which didn't surprise too much. The stock was actually down post earnings. We know they lost the deal with Dunkin' Brands. We found out a little bit more about how they lost that deal. Dunkin' had new management. They went private, and the new management are said to want to streamline their menu. And I think this is what lost a lot of the appetite in the plant-based companies. You've got Beyond Meat, you've got Tattooed Chef, and these guys were really popular in 2019. But since then, a lot of analysts are saying, hang on, will the plant-based category maintain the pre-pandemic momentum now that restaurants are having to streamline their menus and struggle to stay afloat post the pandemic? So this interesting move, it's exciting because it's shown that a top restaurant brand has taken them on, but we also know that Yum Brands did pretty well during the pandemic. People were still using KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and therefore they're isolated to what some of the other restaurant providers would have felt. Interestingly, they're saying this generational demand for protein sources, Pizza Hut are saying more people want protein sources, and it's expected that the global plant-based meat market size is projected to grow 13.8 billion. So grow to 13.8 billion by 2027, a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR of 19%. Now, let's look at Beyond Meat. So Beyond Meat are trading this morning slightly flat, if not down 0.4%, 129.97 as we're talking. It's a good deal. It was good that they've managed to counteract the negative press of the Dunkin' Brands. They need to deliver a good job here with Pizza Hut, and it will help their brand naturally build out. And they just need to move on from strength to strength. So there's an update. We'll keep an eye on the stock price and see how that fares. I mean, we're significantly down here on Beyond Meat. I mean, we had highs of, what were our highs? We had highs of 194 at the peak in October 20. So we want to see them get back to highs, and they just got to get these partnerships under their belt. And this co-creation model is very interesting because they're not introducing pepperoni to their own range in your traditional grocery shops. They're co-creating the menu. So they're going through the Pizza Hut menu and seeing how can they co-create and collaborate to create plant-based offerings in those menus, which I think is a benefit for Pizza Hut because people are coming in and demanding more protein variety. And for Just Eat, it's great for them to be able to take their technology and plaster it on top of a famous brand such as KFC, Pizza Hut, or Taco Bell. So good news for Beyond Meat investors, and hopefully that will help the stock move from strength to strength. There you have it. We'll see you in the next one.